Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. My name is Boom Gonzalez.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Zihir Basho. In tonight's Game Plan, we'll recap the TNT Tropang Giga's top-tier performance to capture the sixth-leg title of the PBA 3x3 First Conference.
We'll also hear some fun insider stories from your favorite players in the PVL Reinforced Conference. And we'll dig deeper into their legendary careers in a special feature called ICON-NECT. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. The TNT Tropang Giga have now won their 8th overall leg title in the PBA 3x3 after grabbing the 6th leg this past weekend to clinch the top seed of the conference. And joining us tonight to talk about their campaign and what lies ahead for TNT 3x3 is their head coach, Mau Belen. Congratulations, coach, and welcome back to the game.
Congrats, coach.
Thank you. Good evening, Boom. Good evening, G.
Okay, let's talk about that last finals matchup in Leg 6. The rematch against the Leg 5 finalists. You defeated them. Scary moments at the end. I know, if I'm not mistaken, there were like a 17-all count before you put them away, 21-17. Take us through that game and take us through the strategy of that game, Coach Mau.
We know JNT and all the other teams that we face in the semifinals and the finals, previous legs, they're all strong teams. They all have the capabilities to come back and even defeat us, you know. We didn't win all the legs. So it was really the composure and the mental toughness of our players that really kicked in on that last few possessions for us.
All right, and you mentioned, Coach, you dropped one game nga in the elimination round. And we checked in with Almond Bosotes, and he said that this was a wake-up call for your team. What are your thoughts on that?
It's always a wake-up call. Our losses are always parang mabigat na hindi namin inaasahan. You know, we have a chance to win the game, but at the end, nalulose namin yung focus namin. And katulad nga na sinabi ko, malalakas sobra yung teams this conference. So, lahat talaga may chance na talunin kung sino man yung kaharap nila.
Mabigat kasi hindi kayo sanay, coach, na matalo, kaya dinadamdam, which is a good thing. We're not making fun of it. It's a good thing. Each loss, you know, as you coaches will always say, you learn more from it than the win sometimes. Now, you mentioned Almond, and my partner here mentioned Almond. He's obviously been here on the show. The funny thing about Almond is even when we talk about or talk to other players or opponents, they always mention him also. Na parang pag tinatanong namin, delikado, nandiyan kasi si Almond . You know, he's had this reputation, coach, especially in 3x3, that he is a killer. And he was the one who obviously nailed those last free throws at the end against JNT. Tell us about this guy and coaching him and being the leading scorer of the PBA 3x3.
Baka asa rin ako bukas sa practice yun kapag narinig niya tong interview na to. But everyone knows it. We rely heavily on him on the offensive side. He plays the game with ease, with comfort, like nobody else. He reads the game two steps, 3 steps ahead than anybody else. But I had to commend also the effort of his teammate. As you know, in 3x3, it's a 12-second shot clock, both
right
on offense and defense. And for his teammates to make sure that the other team doesn't score, for him to get his game going on the offensive side is really a team effort for all of them. But he's really special. He's something I'm proud of na na-coach ko sa career ko. And yeah, hopefully hindi nga ito masyado napanood tong part na to.
No, totoo, Coach, kasi it seems like he really embraced this new role in the 3x3 world. And I remember nung nandito nga kayo sa studio last time, talagang siya yung kinukulit ng mga teammates din niya. But siguro let's go back to the bigger picture of the team of the 3x3 tournament. You played 6 legs, 5 podium finishes, and 3 titles. What has been the key to the consistency of this conference?
Honestly, we set a bigger goal, just like Boom said in the beginning, we set a bigger goal because last conference we already made 3 leg championship. And we told ourselves, baka kaya natin ng 4th. And we are 1 point short on that 4th championship nung leg 4, nung natalo kami ng San Miguel from behind overtime 20-20 game. But then, yun lang yung gusto namin. We give ourselves a chance to always fight for that championship because, not about bragging or not about parang pinagmamalaki sobra, but we know our tendencies and capacity as a team. Pag naglaro kami all together as one, we know what we can do on the floor. So, syempre, you just have to live on yung kapasidad mo para at least, syempre, yung management also are pleased with our performance and all the bosses that trust us to really put that jersey on in them when they're playing.
All right, let's look ahead this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Coach Mao heading into the grand finals. Great seeding, obviously, top seeding, and probably looking for that historic 2-time grand champion in PBA's 3x3. What are we expecting? And is the pressure on with somebody like you and the team like you na parang hindi nga sanay matalo? Sabi nga ni Z kanina, once lang hindi nakapag-podium.
We always say there's always this advantage and disadvantage of being portrayed as a strong team. The advantage maybe is the opponents are a bit, walking on eggshells whenever they face us. They think they have to play perfectly for them to beat us. But kami din, disadvantage on us because sometimes it gets into our head. Na parang kami din, we can't make a mistake because everyone thinks na dapat lagi kami yung panalo. So, heading into this grand finals this week, really, we are more focused on our mental game. Wala na kailangan masyadong practicing on the skill side because we are all in the best condition that we can hope for. All the scouting has been done for the past 6 legs. But really, it's how you come up in this biggest game of their life on Sunday and mentally prepared and just try and win the games.
All right, good luck, Coach Mao. It's always a pleasure to have you and always a pleasure to listen to your thoughts about the game of basketball, especially PBA 3x3. Drive safely and thanks for joining us tonight,
Thank you.
Coach Mao.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Good luck
Thanks.
this weekend. You're welcome. And of course, in Gilas Pilipinas news, the arrival of Gilas players, seeing action in the Japan B-League is expected to provide additional manpower to the national team preparing for the 5th window of the FIBA Asia World Cup Asian qualifiers. Beginning October 28, players like Dwight Ramos, Kiefer and 3D Ravenna, and Ray Parks will be released by their respective teams in the B-League to join Gilas Pilipinas. As soon as these players arrive, national coach Chot Reyes will start daily workouts for the training program, gearing up for away games on November 10 and 13 in Jordan and Saudi Arabia, respectively. Now, aside from the B-League players, Gilas Pilipinas is looking to bring in naturalized player Ange Kwame while still trying to find ways to get 7'3" center Kai Soto on board for the 5th window.
And after the break, we'll dive deep into the stories Rachel, Daquis, and Chie Saet in our newest PVL feature called ICON-NECT. Stay tuned, you're watching The Game.
Welcome back. Now, here on The Game, we dive into the stories of your favorite stars in the heart of volleyball. Let's relive some of the iconic moments of Queen Tamarao turned Signal HD spiker Rachel Daquis and Petrogas Angel Chie Saet in this new segment called PVL ICON-NECT.
Volleyball, yun yung para sa akin na parang bakit ka nga ba gumigising sa umaga? Kasi alam mo yun, ang sarap gumising kasi alam mo magti-training ka. And ang sarap ng feeling kasi alam mo yung sports mo, love mo talaga. Kaya binibigay mo yung best mo. And excited ka na lagi kang may matutunan. And i-give mo yung best.
Good dig by Laure. Kayuna to Daquis, and she finds the corner.
My God! Ano to? Ay, sobrang nakakatawa to kasi hindi ko alam, may dengue ako dito. Kaya ganyan yung mata ko, tingnan nyo! Nag-shoot ako dito, isang fitness event. Kasama ko sila Solen, sila Nico. Pero alam mo yun, kahit na may sakit ako, parang volleyball lang yan, kahit may sakit ka, ginawa ko pa din yung best ko para manalo kami dito sa event na to. Kahit hindi ko alam may dengue na pala ako. Kaya all out pa din, everything you do talaga. Ito naman, beach volleyball sa Boracay. So, dati, every year naglalaro ako sa Boracay for the beach volleyball. And sobrang saya lang kasi mga fellow athletes ko kasama ko doon. Tapos, ayun, enjoy lang kami. And alam mo, aura, picture. Oh yes, ito yung best experience ko sa SEA Games. And first time ko nag-SEA Games noon, tas sobrang saya kasi kasama ko sila Light, sila Bea, sila Jobs. Happy kami kahit na hindi din kami nag-podium finish, pero yung na-represent mo yung country mo and nakasama mo yung mga players na to na magkakaibigan kami outside the court, yung bonding namin, yun din talaga yung volleyball. Nung una, syempre, hindi kasi ako marunong mag-volleyball. Ang goal ko una is makapagtapos ng pag-aaral, makapasok sa isang university at makapaglaro. And then through that, nagsimula doon, siguro sa self-discipline and yung passion mo sa sports, doon ko nakita na, potential pala ako. And minold ako ng FEU kung ano ako ngayon. Playing volleyball now, it's more, siguro, actually, masaya din before. But ngayon, mas masaya lang kasi sobrang daming crowd. And makikita mo yung how passionate yung mga supporters ngayon. As in, pumipila sila kahit rain or shine. Pero iba din talaga experience namin before na wala yung masyadong cameras, naglalaro ka lang puso lang, gano'n.
Jeremy Balabanan, 13 points. Prado. Daquis for the win. Rachel and Daquis with her 16th point, and who would have thought?
Rachel, sobrang proud ako sa'yo kasi alam mo yung mga pinagdaanan mo and mukhang gustuhan mo talaga matuto ng volleyball. And dahil sa disiplina mo, yung passion mo sa sports, and yung natuto ka makinig sa mga coaches mo, naging maganda yung resulta. Kaya keep it up and huwag ka muna susuko, kaya mo pa!
I'm Chie Saet of Petrogas Angels.
Actually, ang natin nabanggit na mga players to highlight kanina, but if there's one person who kept the whole team calm at napagana talaga lahat, it's really Chie Saet, and she's played amazing here today from sets to defense. Wala talagang signs of exhaustion, and she is our best player of the day.
Eto, syempre selfie mukha ako, di ba? Nag-selfie, yung jersey din, Cagayan jersey. Ito yung parang ngayon, ito yung pagbalik ko din ulit paglalaro with Coach Ness talaga. So kasi ayaw ako na paglaruin sana ni Coach Ramil. Parang gusto niya ipa-concentrate with na magtulong sa kanya sa Lasal. So ayun, medyo naman. Pero okay naman, pinayagan naman niya ako eventually. Noon kasi, feeling ko, wala naman, kasi parang mula noon na na-handle ako ni Coach Ramil, Coach Oliver, parang yung mindset ko is learning talaga. I mean, kahit kanino po ako mapuntang coach, coaches, or kahit mag-coach ako, parang gusto ko yung natututo ko and may na-share. Kasi gusto ko kung ano po yung natutunan ko sa coach na ito. Like for example, with Coach Arnold before, Coach Jerry, alam mo yun, ina-absorb ko until now na at my age. So, and somehow nai-apply ko naman. And kung hindi ko man ma-apply sa sarili ko, pilit kong itinuturo sa mga, ngayon, hinahandle ko na mga young ones.
Delayed by the Meneses soft block.
Chie.
Oh, what a play. What an attack. And what a point. Look at Coach Ricafort. And once again, Aiso supplying the decoy. Sipag tumakbo. Tingnan mo, ikutan niya yan, no? And that opened up.
Hilang-hila.
Palma. Kita ba? Kinagat ng pain. Kinagat ni Meneses yung pain.
So, sabi ko nga, sobrang swerte ko lang talaga. Nabigyan ako ng maagang break. Kasi yung senior ko before, hindi siya eligible para maglaro for the upcoming season. So yun, kaya ako ganon. Yun nga, nakukwento ko na araw-araw, iyak ka, hanggang sa pauwiin na ako. Umuwi ka dito, umuwi ka na, hindi pwede iyakin. Alam mo yun, promise, yun araw-araw ko naririnig. Kaya parang ako, nasa utak ko na parang, hindi ako susuko. Kasi ayoko umuwi. Parang ganon. Yung turo lang talaga ni Coach Ramil na pag umayaw ka, talo ka. So, yun yung dala-dala ko na kahit saan hindi ako aayaw. Pero kaya ngayong conference, parang actually may mga teammates ako sinasabihan. Somehow na parang sabi ko na napaka-special nitong conference na kailangan gusto kong bumawi. Kaya parang sana tulungan pa ako. Pero nag-agree naman. And sana nga maging successful this conference.
Palma with the slide. Cayuna. Meneses with her own version. Oh, that's a great set by Chie Saet.
Well, definitely your athletes have been digging deep, literally and figuratively, here in PBL ICON-NECT. But more stories, because after the break, we'll find out what happens behind the scenes as we listen to some PBL Courtside stories. Stay tuned, you're watching The Game. Welcome back to The Game. The PVL is deep into the eliminations run, and we are starting to see old and new stars emerge in the reinforced conference. And joining us tonight to hear some stories behind the scenes is PVL insider Rain Tixon. Hi, Rain!
Hello!
Welcome to the game!
First time here.
Yes! So,
Okay.
kamusta, Rain? You gave us some talking points that you wanted to share with us, so let's go through them. First, sino tong team na to?
Ano ba?
Oo nga eh.
Sino ba simulan natin?
Bakit hindi mo sila
F2
kilala?
Logistics?
Sino yun?
Sino yun?
You will confirm what she
Ay,
will
oo
say.
nga. Ako yung second
nga.
insider.
Yes.
Alright, first up, F2 Logistics found its groove.
Yeah, definitely. So the team, we have to remember where they're coming from. So you guys actually suffered a 0-2 record at the start. And I remember Lindsay Stalzer, she actually said like a very emphatic speech during the media press con. But she also apparently told that to the team. Now she was calling on the team to give a little more sense of urgency and accountability. And look where it came. Like, you guys are now with a 2-0 record. Like, it's such a big thing for F2 that has been trying to like find its groove, especially after missing the open conference last PBL.
I want to confirm, was there any speech
Yeah.
from
No,
Lindsay?
yeah, they were
right,
saying
right?
na, nako, sabihin na namin sa press ko na, we're
Yeah.
here nothing but to win the crown. So yun talaga, the coach and Lindsay said, wala, yun na lang talaga yung goal natin. Not to enter the finals, but to get number 1.
Right, and of course, may parang unfinished business nga yung
Yes,
feeling niya.
exactly.
And also, let's mention that they're slowly getting healthy. I know yesterday was a little bit of an issue with some players sidelined, but you know, in Don Macandili is back and such a
Yes.
defensive anchor, obviously, for F2. All right, speaking of being back, how about a healthy and rested Mylene Paat and her performance so far here in the reinforced?
Yeah, Mylene actually, I think everyone has seen the videos of her staring down the reinforcements.
Goodness,
I mean,
yes.
that was such a big thing on social media. But actually, when I got to talk to her, she said that this is really not intentional. Like, she said that it just comes out naturally in her game, especially when she's really feeling the moment. And Sherry Tigo right now is a very interesting team because they had to force a rebuild after, you know, a few seasons of being a little unsuccessful. But you can look at the team right now, they're undefeated, and they said that they're consciously working on their chemistry. Like, it's so funny, one time I was walking in the dugouts, and I could hear them cheering. So I was like, oh, bakit parang nagha-hype kayo? Then yun pala, they were cheering because they cheer every time one of their teammates tests negative. So they were like, yeah!
Something to celebrate
I mean,
nowadays.
that's a
Come
huge
on.
thing to celebrate
Definitely,
also.
but it was so strange because all this time I thought it was just the fans, but it was them cheering each other on, which is so cute.
Yeah, meaning their morale is on a high,
definitely up there. And yeah, you said here also Buding, having her as a teammate, gives an X factor to their 4-0 record, I guess.
Yes, because what Ate Mylene told me was, Buding is such a character. I mean, we all know that in the PBL, but apparently she's also like the class clown. Like she said that the team kind of treats themselves like a classroom, and there's no real hierarchy to them, even if some players are veterans, some players are just new. But for them, it's like someone that pulls them all together is Buding. And you can see it naman on the court. Sobrang kulit.
It's been like that since college. All right, we got a few minutes here, Rain. So let's talk about the liberos as unsung heroes in the PVL. Who do you want to talk about?
I want to talk specifically about Kath Arado because she's been pulling the strings talaga for her team. And Kath told me that before in her college days, she was always used to training twice a day. But the interesting thing is she trains with the men's team instead of other women's teams. Which is why she feels a little more prepared now in the reinforced conference because she's not so intimidated with the heavy hitters anymore compared to like other people who don't really have that much experience.
All right. Well, you know, there's so many other stories that we would love to dive into, but we will have you back
Definitely.
here on the game. And great job, by the way,
Thank
in the PVL Reinforced Conference. Congratulations to you. All right.
More stories definitely here in the game, so just stay tuned, you guys. But that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Zihir Basho.
And I'm Boom Gonzalez, and this has been The Game.